Look at that. That's a beautiful chicken. Today we are going to be making a simple roasted chicken. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Okay, then I've got a 3-pound chicken here. I want to show you. This is a little silicone rack that I just placed in my dish and placed the chicken on, and I did wash my chicken. All right, we're going to pat it all dry. We want it to be good and dry when we season it. We have 1 lemon. Okay, we just cut it right in half, and it doesn't matter if the seeds are in it or not, because we're going to drain everything out of the chicken after it's cooked. I'm going to use 1 onion. We're just going to cut it in the 4s. And some people just leave the outside on. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to take it off. Okay, so we're going to stick that there. And I have 1 head of garlic, and I've already cut it in half. It smells so good. I love garlic. And then we have some fresh thyme. And we have some fresh rosemary. Now, a lot of people don't like the strength of rosemary, but I love it, and we're going to stick it in our chicken. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to tuck this stuff in the cavity of our chicken. Okay, just going to stuff it right in. Going to take our garlic, stick it right in. Going to take our lemon. You can get a lot more in there than you really think. Both halves of our lemon. Going to take our onion. And get it in there. Okay, I have a little bit of thyme here. I don't use thyme a lot. I find that when I roast chicken, it really does help. I'm going to tie my legs together. If I can get this 1 piece of lemon to stay. It don't want to stay. Now, I'm not a professional tyer by no means. Just kind of wrap it around the legs a couple times. Then tie it, and it pulls together. And then I'm going to tie a little knot. Then I'm going to cut this end off. I got it. Our little lemon is sticking out of the cavity. Okay. So let me wash my hands. So we're going to spray a little bit on the outside of olive oil. Make sure we get underneath it. Just like that. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and put on a little bit of pepper. I would say probably about a teaspoon of pepper. And a good teaspoon of salt. And I'm using kosher salt. And then we're just going to kind of spread it all around. And we may need a little bit more seasoning. But right now, it's good. We're going to push these wings underneath. We're just going to kind of fold them and put them under there. See? And they should, because we don't want those tips to burn. And you can cut those off if you want. All right, I had to go wash my hands. And put a little bit more salt and pepper. Now, you can add your favorite seasoning, but this is just a plain, simple roasted chicken. And I washed my hands before I touched my salt and pepper again, because I just realized I needed a little bit more. So We're going to go right back in, and we're going to get a little bit more olive oil on there. Okay. Now you can do this two ways. You can put a covering over this and let it bake, and then you can take the covering off like the last 30 minutes so it will get good and brown, and that's what I like to do because I don't want a burnt chicken. And if you put it on later, the skin is not as crispy. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to tint this chicken. Okay, and I want to give it enough. I don't want it real tight. I just want it to kind of cover it, just like that. Okay, so we're going to put this in our 375-degree oven, and we're going to put it in for 1 hour, and then I'm going to check the internal temperature. Okay, that is chicken number 1. We don't need parchment paper for this. We need the entire sheet pan just as it is. Can you believe that? Okay, we are going to take our chicken, about 3 pounds of cut up chicken. I'm using thighs and legs because that's what my husband really loves. And it was a little cheaper. It gets kind of expensive, but these are skin on. These are not skin off. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in some salt and pepper, a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper. We're going to put in about a tablespoon of rice vinegar or white wine vinegar, whatever you have. I just have rice, and that's what we're using. Okay, now we need a teaspoon of ginger, and the reason I don't have my teaspoons and stuff out, they're all in the dishwasher. And I have to move my cart and everything, okay? Oh my goodness. My dishes were stacked up yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday, and on Sundays I cook up a storm. So I'm just guesstimating today. Okay, so we have our ginger. And now we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of Duke's mayonnaise. Now you can put in horseradish if you like, but I don't have any horseradish, so mayonnaise will do just as good. It just won't have that little bite. Okay, now we're going to put in 1/2 cup of peach preserves, 1/2 cup. This is going to make a delicious glaze for our chicken. It's got a bite. Gingers and peach and ginger go so good together, and it goes great on chicken too. Okay, we are going to start just spooning this on our chicken. I'm going to brush it on. Then we're going to turn it over and do it on the other side. Doing roasted chicken, cut up roasted chicken, and we're doing a simple whole roasted chicken. And my tongs, I got to use a little spatula because my tongs are all in the sink, and I'm not going to go find them. I'm not going to get them out. So we're just going to turn it over with a little spatula. How many of you have ever done that? You run out of everything in your kitchen. Oh, at Thanksgiving, it's the worst. You're using everything. We're going to put the other half on. I love flavorful chicken. My husband can eat chicken at every meal. He loves it. That's going to taste really, really good. Now we're going to add a little bit of black pepper. Just a little bit, just right on top. Because we only put a half a teaspoon in. So we need a little bit for the top of our chicken. Now we're going to do the same thing with the salt. Woo, that's way too much. Okay, we're just going to put a little bit of coarse salt right on top of this. I'm thinking this is going to be real good. All right, we're going to get it in our 375-degree oven, and we're going to put it in there for 30 minutes. Then we're going to turn it over, and then we're going to cook it another 30 minutes. All right, now I'm going to go bleach the heck out of everything in this kitchen. I'll see you back in just a few minutes. Okay, guys, we're going to get out that chicken and turn it. And I emptied my dishwasher and cleaned my kitchen, so now I have tongs to turn my chicken. This is already looking really, really good, and we're going to put it in for another 30 minutes. If you know how to make a rutabaga, comment. Give me your recipe. I don't know why I bought it. Okay guys, our chicken is done. It only took 45 minutes, not 1 hour. So 45 minutes. That oven's a cooking today. Do you hear me? It is cooking today. Look at that. Ooh, I know it's gonna be good. Okay guys, I still cannot find my cooling racks. Looked everywhere for them, can't find them. Gonna have to ask my husband. I don't think about it when he's home, so we're just gonna use the good old, I don't know what this come with. I really don't, but we're gonna use it. It was in my kitchen under, you know, where I keep all my little pans, and I said, you know what, that'd be good. We want this skin to stay crispy, so we're gonna put this right up here. We're gonna let all these juices go right back in to the chicken. Wow, that looks so good. Now I gotta get this clean. That's another real life goings on. When I was real young and I was just learning how to cook, I could not figure out how to get a pan clean for nothing. I had to throw pans away and go to a thrift store and get me some more pans because I couldn't get them clean. I couldn't get all the burnt stuff off. And so I would just go to thrift stores and buy me another pan. It got kind of expensive. I did get my kitchen all cleaned up and bleached, and it looks really, really good. Look at this piece of chicken. Doesn't that look great? Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh my gosh. You're gonna love that flavor. It is delicious. Oh my gosh. The skin is not as crispy as I like, but that's okay. We're gonna get that chicken out of the oven. Oh my goodness. I can't hardly wait. Look at that. That's a beautiful chicken. I love chicken. Isn't that beautiful? We got all our goodies inside. We can take all that out, but you want to make sure your internal temperature is at least 165. I'm a 170 girl. I don't want any pink in my chicken. When none. If anything runs pink, it's going back in the oven for me. But I think this is gorgeous. So we're going to let it sit, and we're going to let all those juices run back in to the chicken. And we got our little lemon up here. We're going to take that lemon, and we're just going to, ooh, it's hot, but we're just going to squeeze it all over that chicken. Oh my goodness. Oh, so good. I love it. And then there's a little bit more lemon in there, and I think I can get it out. And we're just going to squeeze it too. Get it off. That, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, that is a delicious chicken right there. That is delicious. Okay, I'm going to let that chicken rest, and we're going to slice a little piece off of it. I want to show you how good this chicken really is. So we're going to let it cool for about 5 more minutes because we want to serve it hot. And I'm keeping all my pan drippings right in here. We have discarded all the other things. And it has a lot of flavor in it. It has the garlic and the lemon and the onions. Oh, so good. Look at that piece of chicken. That is perfection, guys. Perfection. We just take our chicken breast and we just cut it up. It's so tender and juicy. Oh my gosh. Look at that chicken breast. Look at the juices. They're just so delicious. That is absolutely delicious. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in my kitchen today, for all the sweet and wonderful comments. You're just the kindest, sweetest people any YouTuber could ever have. You are kind and so generous. I just want to say thank you so much. You guys go make you some roasted chicken 2 ways. You guys go have a wonderful, wonderful